Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now, 185.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Broncos take over first down 10. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
10, 18 Gator.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
What now?
Throwing now is Carr. It's complete to Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
On 2nd and 1, Carr. Well, this is caught by Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Down! 180! One, Raider 1.
What tight end?
Raider 9.
Check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He's G-Con, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Monday, down. 180.
Check 3.
White. 618.
38. I got one.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
64, weak.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 50-yard line.
24 is the mark. All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Benjamin's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's a gain of 3.
Tight down. Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, check 24. Watch 28. He's right.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and said, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Ready?
I smell fear in that offense.
Raider 9, Raider 2.
Mike 38. Here we go.
Hey, orbit.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw here. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 36, Carr completes it to Benjamin. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. To throw his Carr. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Express.
Banjo. 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 And we're going 37's the mic.
Now Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Check the right Monday down.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jacobs now. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Check. 59.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big.
Come on, set. And Lobo.
Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Going right side here, and that's complete. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Able to get this to Gordon.
The first down pass.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense, I think. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From the 16, Carr. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Yo, Chief. He's coming.
We got 80 weapons.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Carr on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He completes it to Nelson. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Ready. 6 orange. In your face.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 15.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This is going to dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. What can Carr do now with his drive? Benjamin's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Keep playing. Finish off game. Woo! Let's get it.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check pass, check pass.
29. 29.
37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Deuce right team.
Pick up the ball.
Hey, Haywood.
Check, check.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. Check 4, check 4. 81.
They're going to look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is Gordon on the dump ball. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Denver, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.